Think about, you know, you
I thought.
She just graduated from USC. As a matter of fact, Friday.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Good school.
Just. God, what were we talking about? Where were we?
Living in Palos Verdes.
Yeah. What makes this college different from other colleges? What makes it special?
The participation of the teachers. I definitely have to say that. We were talking about Bruce, my algebra teacher. He would take the time and totally went out for me. My psychology teacher, he does research on schools. We spent 3 hours one day just researching schools. And I went to his office and said, Joe, I need help with this. And he goes, okay, let's go take a look at it. And next thing I knew, it was dinner time and we were off, you know. And it was unbelievable. And they really do take the time and they work with you, which to most people who go to a 2-year college really need. They're going to a 2-year college because maybe they didn't do well in high school or they're not ready for a 4-year college. And they'll find that assistance here. Most definitely.
People are pretty accessible.
Extremely accessible. They give you plenty of office hours, which most people don't take advantage of, but they should. They give you home telephone numbers, business telephone numbers. They give you restrictions on time to call, obviously, but they just say, here's my number. If it's, you know, a reasonable question, or if you seriously need help and it's not, you know, midnight before the test when you start studying, give me a call and I'll help you out with it. But so that's one thing that's great about this school, and that's probably the best thing. I was going to leave after a year and go to a 4-year college because I thought I'd only need 1 year of a JC, and that's the reason why I stayed, is because of the teachers and how much help I got. If I needed it or not, you knew that they were right there and they'd help you out.
That's great. If you could change one thing about Marymount, what would it be?
Cut.
Algebra requirement.
Facilities-wise.
Sports, there's nothing here as far as the sports is concerned. They do push intramurals a lot, but a lot of people don't get active in it. And another thing would be the housing. I do commute and I live, you know, 20 to 30 minutes away. But the people that do come to a school to go to college here, they want to be close to the college, they want to be part of the college, and our housing's 10 or 15 minutes away. And closest is probably about 10 minutes. And it's close, but it's not, you don't feel like, yes, I'm at Marymount and this is my college and I'm part of it. Whereas a lot of the campuses, they have apartments or dorms right on campus, and you're right there, you can walk to anything, and that's not the case here. And for someone that lives here, I think that'd be really important, even though that has nothing to do with me, but it's really important to people that go away to college is to be part of it.
You said you were real active last year. What kind of things did you get involved in?
They had a leadership camp that you were elected to go to, and I went to that. They have retreats, religious retreats, and even if you're not religious, which I'm not very religious, but I went to this because of leadership, and it was unbelievable what, you know, they'll do with you. You just feel so close to the people that you're with, and you make friends. I made my best friend from one of these retreats, and you just get really close to people. And that's one thing that's really important with a small college, is you do get close to people. And these retreats are really fun. They're a lot of fun. They keep you busy, but that's all part of it. And I like those type of things. Just
How much was religion emphasized?
It was here if you wanted it. And we have Mass every Wednesday, and anyone of any religion is more than welcome. You don't have to be Catholic or Jewish or Muslim. You can just go and be with a bunch of people that believe in a general idea similar to your own. But if you weren't religious and you wanted nothing to do with it, no one pushed religion on you. And they do require a religious class, but that only opens your eyes to different religions. It doesn't push any religion on you. There's not like a Catholic class or anything like that. And so people don't get turned off by religion at all by coming here. If you want it, it's here for you.
Great. I think you've answered our questions.
Okay.
Excellent. Don't jump up. Don't.
Oh.
You have one more chance to get kicked, Jake.
England, they're bad luck. People here touch them, We will not go near them.
You're kidding.
No, no,
Oh,
you
yeah,
won't.
that's not a good luck.
You won't have children or something ridiculous.
Really?
Honestly, if you touch ladybugs.
You're kidding.
No, you go barren or something. I don't know.
Europeans, I've told you, they're all peculiar.
What? No, it's true. It's true. I won't.
touch a bug.
Ladybugs, the red ones. Well, they steal your feminineness or your. I don't know. My nanny used to tell me all these things about bugs and stuff. If you leave the top off the tea kettle, then you're going to get company, and the superstitious things is horrible. It's just horrible.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Okay, we're rolling.
We're rolling.
You have to pretend that you don't know me because I'll ask you questions that I already know the answers to.
Oh, okay.
And you know
Okay.
I know the answers to.
Sure.
Don't say, Carol, you idiot. Have you already forgotten?
So I can't mention you then, because I don't know you.
Where are you from, and how did you find out about Marymount? What made you decide to come here? For heaven's sakes.
I was actually born in Canada and raised there partly, and then in England and Germany. And I moved to California about 2 years ago to visit my mother, and I ended up staying here. And a friend of ours told us about Marymount College, so I decided to just come and look at it. I wasn't really interested because I wasn't planning on staying here. So I actually took a trip back to Canada and looked at some of the schools there and liked Marymount the best, so I stayed here.
What did you like about it?
It was small, and the staff was very personable. I didn't know the American school system at all, and I was new to the country. I hadn't been in school for 2 years. I stopped 2 years after high school, so I was quite afraid of being in a large university with large classes and professors that didn't even know your name. So I liked the personal touch, I guess.
That's great. What year are you?
I'm a sophomore. This is my last semester. I'll be graduating at the end of the month. And I'm going to go up to San Francisco to Berkeley.
Right. You were accepted?
Yes, I was. Yes, I just got it. They put me in upper division. So I go right in as a junior. It's great.
That's great. What are you studying?
I'm going to be majoring in biology with a minor in French, and I want to go to med school. So,
That's great. What kind of preparation have you gotten here for med school?
I have all my first year biology taken care of, all my mathematics. I have to take one more semester of calculus. And I have my first year chemistry. And at Berkeley, I just have to take my upper division chemistry and biology, and then anatomy and physiology and everything else that goes with it. But most of my undergraduate studies that are required at Berkeley for their undergraduates is just about complete, so it's no problem.
That's super. That's great. So you don't feel then for pre-med there was any disadvantage to starting here?
None whatsoever. And, this is a liberal arts school. A lot of people comment on that. They have a lot of English courses and things. The science department is wonderful. And I was accepted directly into the Berkeley Science Department, and it's been great here. It's been great. Small science classes, great labs because the professor's there with you all the time, and I learned a lot. It's fun.
That's super. Why, people say, well, you could have gotten into a 4-year college. Why did you come to a 2-year college instead? Why did you start out?
Because my father told me a wise thing once. To go to a smaller school, you're not as frightened. You have more of an opportunity to get involved. You meet people, and it's not you're not a number. People know you by your name. They know where you're from. I think you just build stronger friendships, and going to college is so much different from going to high school that you're a little bit intimidated. And if it's a small place and the people are friendly, you're not afraid to get involved, and you're not afraid to show a little bit of leadership because there's not so much demand on you, I guess.
What ways have you been able to show leadership here?
Well, I'm usually the study kind of person. The people here have really taught me that there's other things besides burying my nose in a book. I've joined the Sedalian Society, and also peer counseling. Peer counseling's been a real challenge for me because, as I said, I was always involved in my own sort of thing, and I didn't realize I had something to offer to a lot of the other students, and especially the foreign students. The American students here, a lot of them have gone to high school together or something, and you get your foreign students, a lot of Asian students that don't know anyone, maybe they don't speak the language too well, and I've really reached out to them, and they're wonderful to be with, and I've enjoyed helping them get to know the area a little bit.
what, being such a small school, what kind of things have you found here to do? And
Small school, what have I found to do?
yeah.
Well, it's in a great location. We're right next to San Pedro. It's a cute little town. It's different. It's got a wide variety of things. Great restaurants. I love food. So it's got great restaurants. You're close to the beaches. You're close enough to LA that you can go to the theater there. We have the theaters on the peninsula here, shopping. The peninsula is a very small community, but there's always something to do in sports on campus. Clubs, organizations. It's fun. Get this out of my face.
I've been afraid to reach up and touch it. Thank you.
No problem.
Sorry about the ants. No charge, though.
I don't have any bugs on me yet.
No, not yet.
Don't tell me if I get one.
If I tell you, I'll just reach over and just brush it off.
It's a giant spider on your leg.
That's right. Don't panic.
Please.
But there's a bee about
The,
this
mo-
big sitting
the
on
word
your
is
leg.
always, don't move.
That's right, I know.
Don't
So what do? You go,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
What kind of special experiences have you had here? I mean, any anecdotes you can think of, like with teachers or professors, or things that you probably wouldn't have found someplace else?
One of my favorite classes was my first semester.
Hold that thought.
All right, guys. It's not.
We need to have Jake go stand in the
Yeah.
entrance.
Lay across the entrance.
That's right.
Okay.
What was the question again?
Special experience that you've had here.
One of my favorite classes was my first year biology class. We were really small. First semester, there were maybe 15 people. Second semester got a little more difficult. There were 8 people. And at the end of the semester during our final exam, our professor walked in and we were all so nervous. You'd been studying for a week. By the end of the week of finals, you don't even know your name. And he walked in and he had hot chocolate on Bunsen burners because it was in the lab, and he boiled us hot chocolate, and his wife, or his fiance at the time, made us ginger snap cookies. And during the exam, we got to go up and pour hot chocolate from the Bunsen burners and eat cookies, and it was the best exam I have ever written in my life. It was really fun. It was really great. And you don't get that at a bigger school. Who serves you lunch when you take an exam, right? It was great. It was really great.
I'm sorry, I just couldn't hold it any longer.
Is that hilarious?
That is too much. Who was that?
Charles Dock. Bob Given does it too. He brings animal crackers in, and we eat them during lab. It's great.
While you're dissecting.
It's great.
Oh, sounds like you're going to miss this place.
I am. I really am going to miss it. But I'll always come back, visit everyone. Walk through the faculty offices. They all know me so well. Rapping on their doors all the time.
Berkeley's going to be a shock to the system.
It is. It is. I've been reading through a lot of their material, and don't think I realized how big it was. It really is a big school, but I think I'm well prepared, and I've talked to my professors here. One of my science professors teaches at another university as well as this one, and I asked him quite candidly one day, am I prepared for a 4-year college? Can I do it? And he said I had no problem, so I have faith in his word, I think. I hope.
That's super. Do you think that you could have gotten that same preparation someplace else?
I don't think so, because I'd been out of school for 2 years. I hadn't even looked at a book, and especially in mathematics and sciences, do I have to go on? Should I wait till it's time for mine?
Hold on. Huge place.
Oh, right. I quit school, as you know, for 2 years. All right, guys, I'm done.
Okay.
These are all my
Thanks for
buddies.
leading.
Okay.
Alrighty, hunky-dory. How did you, preparation, how has Marymount prepared you for transition to a huge place?
Well, it's given me a real basis in my science and mathematics. When you quit school for 2 years and you don't even look at a math textbook, you can't remember how to add. And when I first came here, I wrote an entrance exam for mathematics, And I did really poorly because I'd forgotten everything and I hadn't reviewed any notes. And starting from day one, the instructor said, just take an introductory course during the summer. I did, and I've been going strong ever since.
That's great. If you could change one thing about Marymount, or add facilities in one area, or what would it be?
Well, I've often said to other students, I've talked to other students about this, and it would be great to have it as a four-year school because you get comfortable here. And I know I'm going to miss just dropping in on my professors. One professor and I went picking apples last semester. And when you get used to the system, you get comfortable and then you don't want to leave. But in another way, I'm ready to move on, I guess. I'd like to see, a few weeks ago we had a band on campus, and it was a nice change on a Friday afternoon just to sit down in the grass and have a little bit of entertainment. It was nice.
Good. What eventually do you want to go to med school? What?
Rolling again.
I think we've already covered that.
Yeah. What's so funny?
I just looked at the horns and the music and
Punctuations.
yeah, exactly, and the exclamation point. Any other anecdotes you can think of? Special kind of contacts that you've had with teachers. You were saying something about going apple picking.
Sure. I commented on one of my professors. I brought her in an apple at the end of my exam and plunked it on the end of a desk just as a joke, you know. And she looked at me and looked at the apple and said, sorry, that's not good enough. And she took me apple picking 2 weeks later to get some good apples to bribe her with for my exams. So. And I take dance lessons, and one of our professors here who teaches calculus, as a matter of fact, and economics is a dancer, and she ends up dancing at the same studio that I do. So it's fun. It's fun. I get to dance with her on Tuesdays and have exams on Wednesdays. So, yeah.
Super. Anything else you can think of?
No, that
Anything
just...
you want to leave permanently engraved in our memory?
Oh, dear. The only thing that I think I can say is...
Hold that thought.
Take your time going over that bump.
Really, jeez.
What
No,
was
I think you can
my
say
last? I can't remember what I was going to say now. You only put into school, you only get out of school what you're going to put into it. And a lot of people may look at a smaller institution saying, well, maybe it doesn't have this course or maybe it doesn't have that course. And pre-med is a very competitive field, and even going into medicine, when you want to get into a med school, is very competitive. And I've given Marymount 110%, and they've given me even more back.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
That's great. Super.
Thank you. And I owe it all to Carol for letting us. We don't have your final examination scores. And I said, oh, I didn't take them. And she said, oh, and I thought, for sure, goodbye, Berkeley. You know, here I have a 4.0 here, and they're not going to take me because I didn't finish my finals, and they did it anyway. But she had me scared for a week. It was horrible.
Geez.
It was absolutely horrible.
Oh, God.
After I denied UCLA and all those other places.
Oh, God.
It was horrible.
Well, you got in at Berkeley. Wow, that's
Yeah.
super.
Can I
For
take
you.
this machine off?
You can.
Thank you.
Feel like